the saga that is Kylian Mbappé continues to move. It's going all over the place, this one. Look, we know that Al Hilal offered him, or the rumour offered was 700 million a season. 700 million a season. Was it euros or pounds, Mr. Jennings?
I don't think it matters, does it?
No.
Does it make a difference? Does that affect things massively?
Not really. I mean, probably takes it down by about 20 million, but no, nothing at all. It doesn't. But look, Kylian Mbappé says he doesn't want to go to Saudi, which some people might applaud. Doesn't want to go there, wants to continue playing his football in the top leagues in Europe. Now Paris Saint-Germain have a problem. They have a big problem as well now, because what do? Do you let him play this season, right? I mean, he's still a very valuable commodity, right? He could push them on to, I don't think he will, but he could push them on to Champions League glory, the league, whatever it is. Or do you wait for other bidders to come in, Real Madrid being the likely one?
I think it's very difficult for Paris Saint-Germain now. I don't think they know how to proceed with this. I think what they will believe is that they need to sell him now, because I think they believe that he has an unofficial agreement with Real Madrid that he will go there on a free in the summer. And they obviously don't want to do that. They can take the hit. You know, the wolf's not at the door for Paris Saint-Germain. They can afford to let him leave, but they won't want to do that. So they can approach this in a number of ways, which would be force him to leave now.
How do you force him to leave?
Well,
like, even if you say to him, you're going to sit on the bench, or, like we've seen it, you're not going to be in the squad, you're going to sit in the stands. I almost feel like they can't do that.
No, they can encourage him to leave now and sell him, and that way it will also help him secure his legacy with the Paris Saint-Germain fans. Yeah. You know, they're a robust bunch. Yeah. And if he effectively holds the club to ransom, that will not go down well. So I think that there is a way where everybody could win if he was sold now. The alternative for them would be keep him, allow him to play, ask him to sign a new contract, which he probably won't, but then give yourself 9 months to convince him to stay. So
Harry Kane-esque.
Harry Kane-esque. So potentially what you do is, you are Paris Saint-Germain, you believe that you can convince, in your opinion, the best player in the world to stay at your club. And the way that you would do that is by lifting the Champions League aloft at Wembley Stadium. He is part of the team that takes the first ever Champions League, first ever European Cup to the French capital. He is Parisian. That must mean something.
I was just about to say that. There is this thing, like, why does he want to leave so desperately? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's in a big, big club with big players around him as well.
He's not in a particularly big club.
No, Paris Saint-Germain are a big club.
Not really.
I mean, in terms of the history of football, no, they're not Bayern Munich and Real Madrid.
I mean, they're relatively brand new as well.
Yeah, but but it's a big club, though, isn't it?
It's not even the biggest club in France. I mean, it's the most relevant.
No, yeah.
It's the most relevant. It's the most interesting. There's so much going on there. But no, I think for Kylian Mbappé, I do understand why he wants to leave, because I think for him to fulfil his potential and actually become the best player in the world, I think what he needs is a platform.
What do you mean actually become the best player in the world? He's the best player in the world. We're not going to go. Are we going there again?
I think what he would need is, sometimes it's just an incredibly snug fit, and you can see the trajectory of Kylian Mbappé in the way that, when Cristiano Ronaldo was at Manchester United, he was always going to end up wearing that white shirt in the Bernabeu. In the way that when Eden Hazard was at Chelsea, he was always going to end up wearing that white shirt at the Bernabeu. And I feel like it is destiny for Kylian Mbappé to end up at some point at Real Madrid. So that point doesn't need to be now. And I think if you are involved at Paris Saint-Germain, maybe you believe that you can convince him.
Paris Saint-Germain, that point has to be now.
No, but I think they may believe that he's young enough to convince him to sign a new deal. They've done it before, Addy. They did it before, didn't they? They let Kylian Mbappé get to this point in his contract before, and he then signed a new deal. Yeah. So
I don't think you can take a risk with an asset that's worth, as whatever it is, right? I mean, whatever his fee is, it's going to be the most expensive player we've ever seen.
But they're incredibly wealthy.
They are, but still, it's still an asset of over $250 million.
Yes.
That's what the asset is. And although we can say they're wealthy and they can let him go for free at the end of the season, just their egos of the owners are going to say, we're not letting that leave the club for free.
Yes.
Not to Real Madrid, who are not shy of a few quid themselves. Yeah. We've got to get money for him.
I know, it's huge, because look, at one point it did look like it was going to happen. The move to Saudi, that's now not happening. And you mentioned the 700 million. I just don't believe that can be the case, because I think there's probably about 3 people in the world who can turn down 700 million pounds for 9 months' work. There's about 3 people in the world, and Kylian Mbappé isn't one of them.
No, but Kylian Mbappé has shown there that he wants to play football at the highest level. I'm at my peak. He's right now at his absolute peak, isn't he?
Yes.
Why would you want to waste that? I know it's incredible amounts of money. I get it. But why would you want to waste that in the league, which, again, we still don't know the standards of. We know the players that are going there, but the players that existed there already, we have no idea of their Championship, National League, Sunday League. We don't know what's
But there is a risk now that he may end up playing for Paris Saint-Germain for a year, but not actually playing. You know, if Paris Saint-Germain decide that he has to sign a new deal or be sold, somebody is going to have to come up with a lot of money for Kylian Mbappé.
Who else can do it?
Well, I think the only club that he can go to realistically is Real Madrid.
Why?
Can you name another club
that can afford him?
and give Kylian Mbappé everything he needs? Like
Man City.
I don't think they can give Kylian Mbappé everything he needs.
What does he need?
He needs the platform of Real Madrid.
You're talking all the players. You're talking the best manager in world football and a team off the back of a treble. I know what you mean. It's not Real Madrid.
It's the platform.
But Real Madrid can't be the only team. Barcelona?
No, Barcelona once were this.
See, Barcelona. I read somewhere that they offered like 20 players. That we can't give you any money because we have no money. So here's 20 players.
Chelsea could have done that. Chelsea could have done that. Just like ship out a team bus full of players and give us one back.
Here's what you can have.
But no, I think Real Madrid is destiny. I don't think there's another club in the continent of Europe that can give Kylian Mbappé what he needs apart from Real Madrid. But I don't think Real Madrid will have this amount of money just at hand. Look, they're the Kings Club. They can find the money. But I don't think they will have it. And that is why I think that the ramifications of this Kylian Mbappé news could be drastic for this transfer window, because if Real Madrid need to free up some funds, there's a way that they can do that. They potentially sell Tchouaméni to your Liverpool, and all of a sudden that changes the entire Premier League. Tchouaméni at Liverpool,
they would have to sell quite a few. They might even have to let go one of the big ones. What
are you thinking?
Vinicius.
No,
one of the big ones.
No, they can't do that.
You say Tchouaméni. I mean, Mbappé is going to cost him 200 million. I mean, as much as Tchouaméni is a fantastic player, Liverpool are not going to go more than 50, 60 million. They're not going to go that big on him.
No, but it may not be Liverpool. I mean, I feel like Liverpool should make it that happen. And Liverpool have missed out on Tchouaméni once already. This time last year, Liverpool thought they'd signed Tchouaméni and they hadn't. So that was a drastic error. Don't make the same mistake twice.
The interesting thing about Real Madrid and their need for a number 9, obviously, Benzema was the best number 9, right? And it was fantastic. Mbappe's best position is from the left. It's not through the middle, it's from the left. On the left right now,
is arguably
the best left-sided player on the world, and that's Vinicius Jr. I wonder if it all works.
No, but do you not think that there's a world in which, firstly, this isn't a problem. It's never a problem for a manager to have like so many world beaters in the team. But the other thing is, do you not think that Kylian Mbappé, in terms of his development, in terms of the player that he's going to become, do you not think ultimately he ends up playing through the middle? Thierry Henry-esque.
Yeah.
You know, Thierry Henry started down that left channel, didn't he? The Thierry Henry channel. But ultimately went where he wanted because he was such a gifted footballer.
You look at his icon and a name that he's always sort of been linked with just in terms of style of play, and it's R9 Ronaldo. Yeah. Like everyone says this is the closest thing we've ever seen to R9 Ronaldo, Mbappe, and he, again, through the middle, number 9.